The full autopsy and the forensic reports for Brian Laundrie have been released by the medical examiner. As many of you know, Brian's remains were discovered in Florida following the manhunt that took place after his fiancé Gabby Petito went missing. Police in the US searched for Brian for weeks on end after he became a prime suspect in the disappearance of Gabby Petito. Initially, it was believed that he had come home. Then, when Gabby was reported missing, he took off into the massive Carlton Reserve Park in Florida to hide out. However, in October, partial human remains were discovered in the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, which is where the authorities, along with Brian's parents, set out on an exhaustive search for the 23-year-old. FBI dental records then confirmed that the remains were Brian Laundrie. Posting an update in a tweet, the Office for the FBI Denver writes, "On October 21st, 2021, a comparison of dental records confirmed that the human remains found at the T. Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve and Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park are those of Brian Laundrie, with the District 12 Medical Examiner's Office also confirming that Brian had taken his own life, evident from the self-inflicted head injury and weapon found nearby." The FBI also noted in this report that a notebook was found near Laundrie's remains and inside showed he claimed responsibility for Gabby's death. According to a 47-page report, there have been new details released about the circumstances regarding Brian's death. The report describes in depth what happened the day that they discovered Brian's remains. In the report they say, "The main scene also contained personal effects that included a pair of green shorts with a green belt, 2 slip-on shoes, a backpack with unknown contents, a white metal ring, and an unknown type of handgun, snub-nosed revolver. The secondary scene contains skeletal animal remains, a handwritten half note, and a hat with the logo Moab Coffee Roasters. I was informed that a dry bag was located that contained a journal, along with a wooden box that contained a small notebook and a photographic picture of Brian Laundrie. I was advised that there were additional photographic pictures, but the contents were undisclosed to me at that time." The report also explains how they had to come back multiple times because they kept finding fragments of his remains in different spots. The new documents reveal that Brian's body was most likely submerged in up to 3 feet of floodwater for what they described as an extended period of time, which definitely did not help the search effort. I mean, they could have been literally just walking right past him multiple times while he was still submerged. On top of that, the report also indicated that investigators found evidence of animals that were scavenging at the scene, which would explain why they didn't really find a fully intact body. The Deputy Chief Medical Examiner Wilson Broussard Jr. also noted that the presence of the revolver found by Brian was consistent with the head injury that he had sustained. The report also mentions when Brian's parents were notified of the medical examiner's involvement. It states, "On October 26, 2021 at 1200 hours, I contacted the decedent's parents, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie, and explained the District 12 medical examiner's involvement. I directed Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie to contact the Northport Police Department and the Federal Bureau of Investigation for further information in regards to the autopsy results and additional investigative information. Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie informed me that their son was very healthy and had no known medical history. The decedent did not take any medications and had no known primary care physician. When I asked about the decedent's social history, Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie stated that they did not want to provide that information." But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this though, because that's all the time that we have for today. So stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one.